Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutty, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know I don't put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Start Shit Show here on South Harmon. Week 10 is here. This week, just me and T-Rock here. T-Rock, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It looks kind of dreary outside, classic Ohio day, but we got the people here, so I'm pretty excited. How about you, man?
So, yeah, basically a typical Ohio day.
Classic. Yeah, it looks like Mordor outside, but what else is new?
Right. We got a game going on right now, Giants and Panthers, and old Daniel Jones just ran one in. So 17, about to be 14, hopefully, for Carolina and the Giants here. Pretty good game. I don't want to say good game, but a couple good players doing good. Some other guys have been doing pretty shitty. But, yeah, man, we're excited here for Week 10. No Browns this week, so this is going to be a great week. I don't have to watch those clowns. So, yeah, I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, the Ravens got the dub on Thursday night. Really freaking good game. Jeez, that was awesome.
Yeah, if you had Jamar Chase, you could probably sit back pretty nicely this week and with your feet up and not worry too much, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you went against Lamar, then you might have to sweat a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this week. It should be good.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into it. If you guys got any questions, make sure you throw them in the chat. If you need a question that needs answered right away, Super Chat's always a good way to do that. Down below, as always, is the injuries, the inactives out for today. So make sure you guys check those. Make sure you don't have any of those guys in your lineups. All right, DB's got us. He's got half PPR, Tipton, Gabe Davis, or Tyreek Hill. Who do you got?
So I have Tipton at 57. I mean, it's just him and MVS, I'm pretty sure, as the only wide receivers in New Orleans. I have Gabe Davis at 65. And I guess we have to have this conversation. Everyone's going to be wondering about, should we be playing Tyreek Hill? I know that the report that I saw is that his wrist is heating up. I don't know what the hell that means. That doesn't sound good. So what are you thinking what we're going to do with Tyreek Hill? He plays Monday night against the Rams.
Yeah, so I kind of want to have a backup option in that game if I can. I mean, if not, you're in a desperate situation. You got to sit him.
Yeah.
But if I have somebody, even like it's Jalen Wright, if it's Jordan Whittington, fucking Tutu Atwell, somebody, I'm playing him, and then if he's out, I'll switch to one of those other guys. So that would be my plan of attack.
So for Tipton and Gabe Davis, would you play either of them over Tyreek Hill? Or are you just going to be like, either of those guys can be a zero, so you might as well just...
Yeah, I'm not playing those guys over Tyreek. I'm going to start Tyreek and hope I have another option, basically.
Yeah. I think it's tough. I kind of lean towards. Tyreek says he's going to try to play. Let's just roll with it and just hope for the best.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going with. I mean, Gabe Davis is dog shit, and I mean he's got a good matchup, but he still has 2 points in fucking 3 weeks or something. And Tipton, I don't trust right now.
So. Yeah. So you can also look at your waiver wire too. Maybe freaking Malik Washington is out there or Odell Beckham. So if Tyreek Hill doesn't play,
Right.
yeah.
Yep. All right, another one from DB: Brian Thomas Jr., DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison Jr., bench one and half PPR.
Okay, so I have Brian Thomas at 19. I have DJ Moore at 28. Marvin Harrison at at 26. So I have Marvin Harrison ahead of DJ Moore. Yeah, I'm benching DJ Moore. The Bears really haven't gotten it together, and DJ Moore is just sending all the signals that you can't really play him or trust him. I'm gonna go with BTJ and Marvin Harrison Jr. over DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me the two rookies. I'm going to sit DJ Moore in this one. He just hasn't done anything lately. That whole Bears offense hasn't done anything lately. So
yeah,
it's supposed to be raining there today too. So take that for what it's worth. Another one from DB: Darnold or Kyler. He would have the Kyler Marvin Harrison stack.
I have Darnold quite far ahead of Kyler. I have Darnold as the number 5 quarterback this week. I have Kyler at number 12. But I don't know about the stack though. That's the only the hesitation that I have. Kyler, the Cardinals are playing. Who are they playing this week?
Jets.
They're playing the Jets. I mean, there's a good chance that I know Sauce Gardner has been up and down, but he could lock down Marvin Harrison Jr. and that stack could be for nothing. I kind of lean more towards just because of the gap, Sam Darnold over Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sam Darnold as well. You basically get all of Justin Jefferson's stats, Hawkinson stats, Addison stats with Darnold. So those guys should all fucking cook today. Give me Darnold.
Yeah.
Jen has one for us. Would you start Hawkinson over Tyreek with the questionable status?
Hawkins is a top 4 play for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah. Unless you have a different option to put, somebody else in on Monday night that you can still play Tyreek too. But yeah, in this situation, I think I would play Hawkinson over Tyreek.
Yeah, go with Hawkinson over Tyreek, Jen.
Okay. Fizzle's got one. Are we trusting Drake London to play in full and be productive with the hip? He's been limited every practice this week too.
But he has been practicing though, right? Even in limited fashion.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is what the way that this team is going. I have him as my number 8 wide receiver. So, yeah. So
that's rich. I know they just traded Lattimore, and their other corners are really banged up. My fear for this one is they get up a lot on the Saints, and the Saints can't battle back, and maybe London gets rested more in the second half. That would be my only fear. But, I mean, it's Drake London. He's been like a top 15 wide receiver all year. So I think you got to play him if he's playing.
Yeah, if we're looking at Fizz's comment like a lawyer when it says to play in full, it's just like he's not going to be playing in full. So, yeah, it just depends on what your other options are. But he's been playing really, really good over the last few weeks. So
yeah, like I would play Mooney over him.
Yeah, I would play Mooney over him as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Jen asked, "Do you guys think Nico plays?" I would say yes, just because they activated him. Otherwise, why would they activate him? So it sounds like he's going to play to me.
Yeah, it just depends on how many snaps, but yeah, he is going to play. But
yeah, they need him, and this is a big game for them tonight. So we'll do that, and then we might as well answer CD Lamb too. He's practiced off the injury report. Basically, just a pain tolerance issue. What do you think about CD this week with Cooper Rush?
I mean, that whole team has just not looked very good. I am anxious to see what Cooper Rush looks like. Sometimes these backup quarterbacks can surprise us. But, I'm not really excited to play CD Lamb, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes
he averaged like 76 yards a game with CD or Cooper with Cooper Rush when Dak broke his leg or his ankle. So We have seen it before. They have had success. So yeah, I don't think CeeDee Lamb's like the top 5 play that he is every single week, but he's definitely a wide receiver 2 for me at minimum. So
Yeah,
good.
I was gonna say I have him at 24 this week. I think it's gonna be a tough game. They're also playing the Eagles too. I mean, their corners are actually pretty solid this year, unlike in previous years. So not a great matchup, and yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he's a wide receiver too, barely for me too.
Okay. Cole World's got one for us. Half PPR, McMillan or Michael Wilson. Also inbox trade Pacheco in a 25 third or Trey Benson. So we'll start with the lineup question first. It's easy Michael Wilson for me. I don't think McMillan's playing. So
Yeah, same as well. I think he actually is playing, but I don't trust him. I think they actually said yesterday he's going to play, but yeah, I'm still going to play Michael Wilson over him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that too. And then Pacheco, 25 third or Trey Benson. I'll take Pacheco in the third.
Yeah. It's going to be. What did he fracture? He broke his leg, right? Earlier in the season?
Yeah, tibia or fibula, one of the two.
If that's anything like what happened to Tony Pollard last year, it could take a little time for him to come back. And Kareem Hunt's been playing really, really well. But I think you could do a little bit better than Trey Benson in a third. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe that is actually a pretty fair trade. But
yeah,
we haven't seen enough from Trey.
They said Pacheco should be back here shortly, so I'm fine with doing that. I'd take Pacheco in the third. Garrett has one for us. Cade Otton or Evan Ingram? Who you got there?
Oh man, that's a really, really tough one. They're both top 5 plays for me, but you can't not play Cade Otton. He's it's pretty much him as the main wide receiver for Tampa Bay. He's been killing it. I think he's been the tight end one over the last month. So
yeah, I'll just go with the chemistry of Baker and Otton together as to where you have Evan Ingram and Mac Jones who have no chemistry. So give me Otton in that one, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Jason has one for us. Jawan Jennings or Cortland Sutton. And Cortland Sutton does have a bad matchup, even though he's had 2 straight games over 100 yards. So who do you got there?
They are back-to-back for me at 30 and 31. So we might have to talk this one through a little bit.
Okay.
Let me look at the over-unders on these games. 49ers and Buccaneers, I think, is the highest of the week, 50.5. And then the Broncos? Who are they playing?
Broncos.
Chiefs. 42.5. I'm going to go slightly with Jawan Jennings just because of the better matchup. Buccaneers are one of the worst pass defenses in the league. Chiefs, one of the best. I think just because of that, I'm going to go with Jawan Jennings slightly over Sutton. But
yeah, I'm with you on this one. I'm going to go Jennings as well. I think just a little bit of a better matchup. Tampa Bay's secondary has been pretty bad this year, and Kansas City is the number 1 rated defense, I do believe. So, yeah, I'm going to go Jennings as well.
And he's their only deep threat, Jennings. Like everyone else is just mainly an underneath guy. Ricky Pearsall, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. So it's just like they want to be able to push the ball down the field. But I understand too, Sutton's like the only pass catcher for Broncos as well. So
right, that could just be an ugly game, like Bo Nix's first game against Steve Spagnuolo. No thanks.
Yeah,
just pass.
Yeah.
All right, Jen has another one for us. Cade Otton over Trey McBride today. I don't think I could do that one.
I think I can.
I would try and play both if I could.
Yeah, I mean they're back to back for me, but it's just like Cade Otton has just been killing it this year. So
yeah, I like McBride still just slightly above Otton. They'd probably be like you back to back in my rankings or something close to that. So I think I would go McBride still.
Okay.
Eric has one for us. 12-team, half PPR, Hawkinson or Laporta? Good question.
It is another back-to-back one for me, but I have Hawkinson ahead of Laporta. They're just not utilizing him like they have last year. I'm talking about Laporta. And also, too, like Jameson Williams is back from suspension as well. Yeah. So unless they have some trick plays that are drawn up, I like Hawkinson coming back from injury ahead of Laporta, who, hasn't done much this season, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm going to go Hawkinson as well. Same thing you said. Jamison Williams is back, and then when JMO and Laporta have been on the field together this year, Laporta just hasn't done anything. So give me Hawkinson as well. I agree. Eric has one more for us. Tua or Cousins this week? Who do you like there?
Eric, I want to be starting Kirk Cousins. He's my number 7 quarterback this week. I have Tua at 9. So it is pretty close, but Kirk Cousins in the Atlanta offense has just been killing it. And they have pretty decent over-under. 46.5. They should be killing the Saints, who are just, on the downward trend. Dolphins playing the Rams. That could be a shootout, though, as well. So where are you leaning with that one?
I'm going Cousins. I think Tua with the possibility that Tyreek is out, that doesn't really fire it up for me. I'm going to go Cousins. I think Cousins could have one of those monster weeks without. I mean, the Saints secondary, the corners are really banged up. They just traded their best corner in Lattimore.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cousins in this one for sure.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Which Jag from Bruce, PPR, ETN, Bigsby, or Parker Washington?
So I do have Tank ahead of Travis Etienne. Now, as far as Washington goes, let me see where I have him. I don't think I have him particularly high. He's one of my lowest ranked wide receivers. I have him at 58. So I'd probably go with Tank over those other 2 Jags.
Yeah, I think I'm the same with you. I'm going to go Tank Bigsby there. I just can't trust ETN yet. And then Parker Washington, he might get some dump offs from Mac Jones. I think it would be between Bigsby and Washington for me, which is crazy to say here in week 10, but here we are.
Yep.
Yeah. Franz has one for us. Need one. Full PPR. Would you start Ray McLeod, Mac Hollins, or Noah Brown? This is pretty easy, Noah Brown for me.
It is for me as well. But, I have Noah Brown at 48. I have Ray actually at 51. So it is kind of close, but both of those guys far ahead of Matt Collins. I guess he's asking about Matt Collins because Amari Cooper is out.
And Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's definitely a possibility for Hollins. I think I trust Noah Brown. He's been, super consistent. I just want I want consistency. If you need the home run play, I'd probably go Hollins. But if you just need, a solid 10 points, I think I'd go Noah Brown.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Let's go with Noah Brown for France.
Fizzle. He's got Rome Odunze, Marvin Harrison Jr., Kyle Pitts, Laporta, start one and a flex with a 0.75 tight end premium.
Okay, so just, I don't know, what we were alluding to earlier with DJ Moore. I'm not playing Rome Odunze over Marvin Harrison Jr. Even with the tougher matchup against Sauce Gardner, it's just not clicking in Chicago. It's just, I don't really want to play any of the Chicago Bears wide receivers. Now, as far as the tight ends go, Laporta I have at 12. Pitts I have at 6 as far as tight ends go. So I guess it's just a question of, do you play Pitts or do you play Marv for me? And I'd probably just go with Marv. I mean, they're both those guys have been inconsistent, but yeah, I'm just going to go with the wide receiver.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Pitts with the tight end premium here. Just those couple catches extra for Pitts. If he just gets 3 or 4, you're getting, almost 8 points just in catches there. So give me Pitts on that one, and then I'll deal with it there. So
okay,
got that one. No more questions have come in yet. If you got any more questions, go ahead, fire them into the chat here, guys, and we'll get to them. But I'm going to pull up one that I have and see what you think on this one. Let me pull up the league real quick.
Alrighty.
So I have Rome Odunze starting as well. Would you play Juwan Jennings over Rome Odunze?
Yes. I have Juwan at 30. I have Rome at 34. I just like the matchups better. I like the quarterback play a lot better. And yeah, Juwan Jennings is it's just gonna be between him and Deebo Samuel as far as their receivers go. as far as the main guy. I think Rome Odunze is more like a Ricky Pearsall as far as his involvement goes, unfortunately. He should be the number one there. He's the best wide receiver, but they're not using him that way. So I think they really trust Juwan. I think they really like him. They gave him that contract before the season started. So, yeah. Lucky for them that they did, too. So.
All right. I made the switch then. I put Jennings in. Another one here. Sager's got one. Kyler or Bo in a one quarterback league. I think I go Kyler.
Yeah, I have him pretty far ahead of Bo Nix. Yeah, I have Bo Nix at 17.
Yeah, Bo Nix against Steve Spagnuolo for his first time playing the Chiefs. That just does not scream success to me. So yeah, give me Kyler in this one. Hopefully, he can put up some points there against the Jets, and I think the Jets do give up some points to scrambling quarterbacks that I did read. So Kyler should be able to hopefully get you some rushing yards this week too. Yeah. So I like that one. Let's see. Theo says, "Sups guys, let's get some wins today." Hell yeah, agree with you on that one. Let's see what else do I have here. I did do this one this morning too. So I had Rome Odunze in. I put Quentin Johnston in. I also have Brian Thomas on the bench, but I just don't really trust Brian Thomas today. Would you play, Quentin Johnston over Brian Thomas?
Brian Thomas I have at 19. Quentin I have at 37. So okay. I know he had the big blow up game last week when he came back from injury, and the Chargers have been looking great. But I know they have a cake matchup. What is it? They're playing the Titans,
Tennessee, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that the Jags need to pass in order to stay in that game, and they could get that garbage time, towards the end of the game. So if Brian Thomas can play, I just trust him over Quentin Johnston. And Mac Jones, of all backup quarterbacks that you could possibly throw in, he's one of the better ones. So
yeah,
I have a little bit more trust in him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I had Chase play, so I already have like a monster 63-point lead. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm just going to stick with my gut on this one and go Quentin Johnston, but it was a good question to kind of talk through with Brian Thomas and Johnston. So
yeah.
Let's see. We do have another one here in the chat from Fizz. Cam Akers or Jaleel McLaughlin? Would you orphan this team or not?
I think that's pretty tough. Maybe it's like a super, super long lineup team. Maybe he has to start like 30 or something like that. I have Cam Akers at 47. I have Jaleel at 37. So I have Jaleel 10 spots ahead of him.
I think I would go Akers just because I do think they do get up. And maybe he gets a little bit of more run in the second half. And then the Broncos have talked about getting Estime more involved this week. So Javonte's probably going to get less work. And McLaughlin probably still plays the same role. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go Akers on this one. He actually looked pretty good from what I've watched him last week. So I thought he looked pretty good.
Yeah, I guess those Achilles injuries don't mean as much anymore, huh?
I'm starting to maybe flip my tune a little bit on that. Like, I didn't want to play any of these guys or use them, or I just kind of wrote them off for their career. But I mean, Dobbins is killing it right now. Akers looks pretty decent. So maybe the technology of the time is catching up, and we're figuring out these Achilles injuries and how to, get athletes back to their peak performance. So.
Kirk Cousins is freaking tearing it up. Aaron Rodgers, not too bad. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the quarterbacks, but just like running backs, receivers, tight ends, whatever. Like, it's pretty interesting. So, I think hopefully there's some articles in the offseason about this. I would like to read up on it for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Theo has a trade question for us. Trade Anthony Richardson for Bryce Young and my 2027 second. So we'll start with that.
I would trade Richardson.
Oh, that's the rest of his team. My bad. So it's 12 by 10, super flex, 6 point per passing touchdown. His quarterbacks are Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Bo Nix, and Richardson. So he must have had a bunch of first rounders this past season.
Yeah, he did pretty good with Jaden and May and Nix. That's awesome. You got probably the three of the best ones that are playing this year. I would do it just so I could get my 27 second back. And if he's throwing Bryson Young at the same time, then They're they're worth the same to me, A Rich and Bryce. So I would do it just for a second. Yeah.
So my thinking is I want the guy with the most upside, and that's Anthony Richardson. You're just looking at what your quarterback situation is, Jaden, May, and Nix. Like, you can afford to wait on Anthony Richardson to see if he's going to hit. Bryce Young, I mean, regardless, Anthony Richardson has more upside than Bryce Young in fantasy. It's just, that's clear as day. So I'm going to wait on Richardson there for me.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can wait 3 years to see if A-Rich...
put that one on the sheet, and I want that updated in 3 years.
Okay.
All right, Flowosaurus has one. 4 point per passing touchdown. Are you guys going with C.J. Stroud over Russ this week?
So I have C.J. Stroud at 14. I have Russ at 20. So, yes, I am going with C.J. Stroud over Russ.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Though the way to beat the Lions is the passing game. So, and with Nico coming back, Tank's in there. Yeah, I think I probably lean Stroud, but I think Russ is still a really good play this week too.
I think he is a great play too. And he's got that new weapon in Mike Williams. I'm excited to see how he's going to be integrated into that offense. But in Washington too. They just got Lattimore, and they've been a lot better on defense than people give them credit for. So
yeah, they started off really, really bad, but they've tightened it down the last month or so.
Yeah.
All right, Perfect has one for us. Half PPR, Shakir or Waddle, and Waddle or BTJ. Also, do you think Neighbors is a good buy low?
Buy low? What the hell does that mean?
So... yeah, I mean, there's no buying low on Malik Neighbors, unfortunately. You're going to have to pay up regardless. On the question, if I had to rank these, well, how would you rank these three? Let's do that. Shakir, Waddle, BTJ.
I go BTJ first, so that answers over Waddle, and then I go Shakir. So
okay, so you're benching Waddle, even with the possibility of Tyreek not playing and him being the number one option this week.
Yeah, it doesn't mean much to me just because of how badly he's been playing. It's just
right.
Yeah. He's had every opportunity this whole year, and he hasn't done shit with it.
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind this. BTJ and Shakir, I think I'm fine with that. Shakir, definitely with Keon and Cooper out, I definitely want to play Shakir today. And then Waddle and BTJ, I think that's closer for me, but I think I can go BTJ with you on that one.
Alrighty. But yeah, you're not giving up less than 3 firsts for Neighbors, so I don't know how he's a buy low.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's still going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Bruce asked another one. Is there a Saints wide receiver to stash? So actually, I'm gonna pull up their depth chart here while you think about it.
Alrighty. I did see a report this morning saying that the Saints are preparing for a complete rebuild teardown. So whatever you pull up on that depth chart could very well look different outside of rookies.
It's bad. It's very bad. Like just looking at like the receivers that are listed on the depth chart right now is Valdez-Scantling, who they just picked up. They don't really want to see anything from him. Mason Tipton, who they really, really like. I think that would be the guy I would stash. Cedric Wilson Jr., who's out this week, but he's a solid veteran. They have Kevin Austin Jr., Dante Pettis, and Jermaine Jackson, another undrafted free agent. I'm going to say you've probably heard of Dante Pettis. Have you ever heard of Kevin Austin Jr. or Jermaine Jackson?
No, but if we watched your, if we listened to your depth charts earlier this season, we would know them. But
no, I don't even know those guys. That's the first I've ever heard of either of them.
Where's A.T. Perry at?
He got cut a long time ago.
Oh shit!
Probably like a month and a half ago.
I bet they regret that.
I think Denver picked him up, and then I think Denver cut him too. They do have Equanimous St. Brown on their practice squad, who I would guess he gets elevated today and comes up. Bub Means is on IR. Chris Olave is on IR. Shaheed is out for the year. So I think Olave and Shaheed are definitely going to be on the team next year. Like, those guys aren't going anywhere. But after that, Mason Tipton, those are probably the only three that I can feel very confident are even on the roster next year. Oh, and Bub Means too. Sorry. He'll be on the roster next year too. But that's your 4 for next year. So if I had to like a non-Olave, a non-Shaheed guy, I would pick Mason Tipton.
Yeah, I'm not stashing anyone outside of maybe Shaheed and Olave. It's just you're hoping for upside, and I don't see any upside in any of those
Jay
guys.
has Jermaine Jackson was part of the Jackson 5.
Oh,
So I guess he's come back to play wide receiver.
that's bullshit, Jay. You think that you can fool us? That's not accurate.
All right. Be Cool has one. Start Stafford over Jaden Daniels with both tackles out.
Absolutely not. J Day is a top 3 quarterback for me, so I'm not playing him over Stafford.
This one I've debated too. One league I do have Kyler and Jaden, and I'm playing Jaden just because Kyler does have a tough matchup too. I think if Kyler was playing like, the Panthers or something, I would probably play Kyler. But with Jaden Daniels against the Steelers, this could be a little bit of a rough game, man. I think if this is a must-win game, I think I go Stafford.
Really?
Yes.
All right, we'll put it on
Throw
the
in
sheet.
the Puka and Cooper Cup, and those guys. Yeah, I think I go Stafford here. I think this is a good one.
Yeah, see, Jaden Daniels is in the same territory as Lamar and Hurts. It's just like I could care less about the matchup sometimes. It's just they're that dynamic, they're that good, and he can win in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
Through the air
Okay.
and on the ground. So
I can see it too. Like I can totally be eating shit for this one. So, also another one from Be Cool. Would you guys start Kareem Hunt or wait on Tyreek Hill and Nico as PPR? So I would definitely start Hunt and Nico for right now, unless we get some update on Hill, because I think of the 3, Hill is the least likely to play. So I'm gonna go Hunt and Nico for my 2 here.
I think he's saying, would you start Hunt or wait on Hill? Do you think he means
Hill
and?
I think he's probably starting both of them, and he, does he want to play both and put Hill in? That's put Hunt in. I would play Hunt and Nico of the 3.
Okay. Yeah.
So if I had to pick 2 spots, I'm playing Hunt and Nico. Now, if you're picking just one, I probably still go Hunt over all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm going to play Kareem Hunt. So
yeah, okay. Jay has another one for us. 2 PPR Hawk or BTJ. So 2 PPR for tight ends. I think I'm going Hawk.
I'm going to go with BTJ. Yeah.
I'm going BTJ, even in 2-point PPR, huh?
Yeah, because, what did he do last week?
It was like 3 for something. So that's 6 points there, plus his whatever, 30, 40 yards. You're almost guaranteeing double-digit points if he gets 3 catches.
That's true. Man. Yeah. So, yeah, he had 3 catches, 4 targets. Yeah, I can easily see, like,
that's
8
just
to
6
9
points right
targets,
there.
though. I can see 8 to 9
just...
targets, though, for BTJ and a touchdown. So
okay. All right. Well,
yeah,
put it on the sheet. Put it on the sheet.
Yeah.
CD's got one. Would you flex Rico Dowdle or Evan Ingram or risk playing Tyreek?
Oh, man. I want to see where freaking Rico Dowdle is on my sheet. He is 23. So I'm going to play. All right, this is where I am going to go with the tight end. Evan Ingram's been killing it. I'm going to play him over Rico Dowdle.
Okay. Yeah, so he would have to sit Tyreek then, and you play Evan Ingram over both of those guys. I think I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Eagles have a pretty solid run D. I don't want to run up against Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. So, I think I'm going to go Evan Ingram.
Sounds good. Right there.
Nick has one. My wife is relying on my opinion for her lineup, and she must win this week. Please help. Sit 2 of these guys. Bigsby, Javonte, DJ Moore, Tyreek, and Worthy in full PPR. Which 2 are you sitting there for Nick?
Oh, shit. We got to make sure that she doesn't divorce him.
We don't want him to get in the doghouse here.
So, let me see. I have Tank at 28. I have Javonte at 26. So I have Javonte ahead of him. DJ Moore, I have at 28, so that he's right there with Bigsby. Tyreek, I have pretty high, but he may not play. And Worthy, I have him at 42. So, shit. If I had to sit 2, I'm probably going to sit. Man, if we're wrong on Tyreek this week, that's going to suck.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking about Tyreek this week.
Yep. Well, I think another option here too is like, do you have somebody on Monday night you could even throw in, or can you pick up somebody? Like, I think that's a big question for me. Like, if that's the case, then I play Tyreek. But if I can't, and waivers are closed, I can't pick up anybody, I think I'm sitting Tyreek in this one.
Yeah.
And I think the other one for me, I think I sit Javonte Williams. Chiefs have the best run defense, and they've already talked about Estime is going to play more than Javonte. So Javonte is one of my sits for sure. And then it comes down to Tyreek for me. Like, unless I can pick somebody up, if I could pick up Tutu Atwell or Malik Washington, like you mentioned, or Odell, I would probably have to go Javonte and Tyreek. But if I could pick one of those guys up, I probably sit Javonte and Worthy.
Okay. Yeah, I want to help this guy out, but I feel like I'm going to go the opposite of you. I'm going to sit, I was leaning Tank and DJ Moore, but
interesting.
I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to sit Worthy and I'm going to sit Bigsby. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to sit those two guys. Javonte is slightly ahead. The only thing I worry about with the Jaguars offense is, with Mac at the helm, it's just like, are they going to be able to move the ball the same way? And,
right, I get that.
Yeah, so I'm just going to give the tiebreaker to Javonte there. And, man, it is tough between DJ Moore and Worthy, knowing who to sit. But, yeah. I'm going to go with that strategy that you have, though. If he has no one else to pick up, then sit Tyreek and sit Worthy. Yeah, okay. Those are going to be the two I sit.
Dr. B, Mac Hollins or Mike Williams?
I don't think I even have Mac Hollins freaking ranked. I probably should with their 2 top wide receivers out, but Mike Williams I have at 83. Mac Hollins I have.
Yeah, Mac Hollins would be higher than that. Yeah, I think I would go Mac Hollins here. Like, I just don't know how much Mike Williams knows the playbook, and we've kind of seen it with some of these guys that gotten traded. Like Amari only played limited snaps. Deontay hasn't done a fucking thing in 2 weeks. Devontae Adams didn't look good in his first game. So I'm going to go with the trend here. I'm going to go Mac Hollins over Mike Williams and just think Mike Williams isn't going to do very good not knowing the offense.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mike Williams. I'm just going to, just for a prayer. Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that. Dr. B has one more here for us. Tajay Spears, Xavier Worthy, or Kendrick Bourne. Who do you like there?
Tajay Spears I have at 40. Worthy I said I had at 42. And then Bourne, I have him at 73. So I'm going to go with Worthy, just slightly ahead of Spears. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Worthy too. Just hope he gets the big play. Like, I don't really trust Spears coming back from the injury. Kendrick Bourne, it's against Chicago. That over-under is like 37.5 or something like that. So it's really low-scoring game. Give me Worthy and hope he hits the big play. That's kind of what I'm hoping for there.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush or Mac Jones, 6 point per passing touchdown. Who do you like there?
They're back-to-back for me, but I have Mac Jones right ahead of Cooper Rush. But it's close. Well, who do you feel more confident about?
So it is in Jacksonville and it is in Dallas. I'm going to go Cooper Rush just because he does know the offense. It's not like he's completely, new to the offense. Mac Jones will be his first time working in this offense in a real game. So, yeah, give me Cooper Rush. And we've seen how good that Vikings defense has been at times this year. Like, Brian Flores is going to, just confuse the hell out of Mac Jones. So, I'm going to go Cooper Rush.
All righty.
Axis has one here for us. Start 2 in full PPR. Ramondre Stevenson, Brian Thomas Jr., Marvin Harrison Jr.
I am going to go with BTJ and Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, but it's close. I have Ramondre at 22, so he's right there with Marvin Harrison Jr. So you could flip a coin with those two. But
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the 2 receivers here as well. Chicago still has a really good defense, even though I could see Stevenson having a little bit of success with the rain and everything too. But give me BTJ and Marvin Harrison Jr. here.
yeah,
Boss man, pick 1 for flex, full PPR. Kareem Hunt, Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbins. Really good options here.
yeah, those are really really good options. So with Hunt, I have him at 15. I have J.K. Dobbins at my sheet just went down. Now I'm completely crippled. I have
It's like your
JK.
teleprompter went down. You're having some struggles with...
What do I do now? I have JK at 17, and I have Aaron Jones at 10. So I'm going to go with Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I think with PPR, I'm going to give the slight edge to Aaron Jones here, just because Dobbins and Hunt, maybe get 1 or 2 catches a game, whereas Aaron Jones could have 3 or 4. So yeah, give me Aaron Jones in this one too. I agree with you.
Sweet.
How about you? Do you got any questions for us?
Let me look. I did have. I'm playing Marvin Harrison over Tyreek Hill just because the unknown
Of the injury, right? I can see
with the
that.
injury and stuff like that. And then another one in my starting lineup of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, and Demarcus Robinson. On my bench, I could play in my flex Rico. That's it, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, no, your 3 are safe there. I like that.
What about you? Any more for you?
No, not that I really have off the top of my head. Just kind of looking at some of these stats for this game. So Tyrone Tracy got 100 yards and a touchdown, so that's nice. Chuba Hubbard has 148 and a touchdown. Neighbors did come back in. He got at least 11 points in PPR so far. They are in overtime, so that stuff can keep going. Wandale's got you 10 in PPR. So if you started those guys, yeah, pretty good. I did start Jatavian Sanders in a couple leagues this week, and he got a touchdown earlier, so that was nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We got another one comes in. Trix has one. Help for his flex spot. JMO, Tank Dell, Dowdle, or Pollard?
Jameson Williams. Let me see where I got him.
I think I'm gonna go Tony Pollard here. He's been so hot lately. The Titans have been really good at running the rock, so I'm gonna go Tony Pollard. I'm gonna stick with him.
I'm going to go with Tank Dell. I have him as my number 15 wide receiver this week, well ahead of Jameson Williams, who's coming back. But
I think if I had to rank all 4, I'd go Pollard, Dell, JMO, Dowdle.
Yeah, I had Pollard at number 20 at running back. So okay. I just think with Tank Dell and Nico Collins coming back from injury, I'm excited actually to see Tank Dell tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boss Man has another one. My other team, pick 1 flex and full PPR. James Cook, Connor McLaurin. Another really good options.
James Cook, Connor McLaurin. So McLaurin, I have pretty damn high. I have him at 13. James Cook, I have him at 12. And then James Conner, I have at 16. So if I had to pick one, oh, man, it's close between Terry McLaurin and James Cook for me. What about for you?
I'm going to go James Cook. So one of my guys that I follow for betting, I'm going to bring up some of the stats. So he does like a play of the week for everybody for their betting. Where is it? I got to find it here.
I know that Terry McLaurin has been one of the top wide receivers this year. But the Bills have a really good matchup against the Colts. The Colts are not the best against the run or the pass. And they probably have to going to rely on it pretty heavily without Amari Cooper and without Keon Coleman. I think it's a toss-up. I kind of lean towards with the full PPR. I kind of just lean Terry McLaurin. He's just been so freaking good this year. But James Cook he was like the RB1 in the last couple of weeks. So
I'm gonna go James Cook, and here's why. So Cook's over this week and betting at 62.5. Backing running backs against the Colts has been profitable all season, and I'm going with Cooks here this week. The Colts allow the fourth most rushing yards per game to running backs, 122 a game, and also the second most attempts per game, 28. They have slightly improved with DeForest Buckner's return from injury, but they're still allowing running backs to feast against them. The opposition running back has covered this line against them in 7 to 9 weeks. So Mixon has had 159 and 102 yards. Josh Jacobs had 152. Tank Bigsby, 101. Tony Pollard, 93. Devin Achane, 77. And Aaron Jones, 64 yards. Plus, with both wide receivers out, I think this is going to be a big, heavy run approach here for Buffalo. So, yeah, give me James Cook pretty easy in this one.
All right, you swayed me. I need to be a good listener. Whenever I hear people, when they stand on a player like that, I'm going to change.
Yeah.
So, I'm
yeah,
gonna go
I
James
put
Cook.
like a $95 bet on James Cook hit his over this week. So,
all righty, that's awesome.
Hickey, $2 super chat. Thank you for that one, buddy. Tight end premium 1.5, need one. Odunze, Waddle, Jake Ferguson, Rico Dowdle.
All righty. So I do have Waddle ahead of Rome, and I'm going to stick with that only because of what we've talked earlier about Tyreek Hill maybe missing. And then Ferguson I have at 9 as far as tight ends go, and then Dowdle I have him at 23. So I'm going to go with Waddle here.
I think I'm going to go Ferguson with the tight end premium. I think Cooper Rush probably checks down to him. He's probably like their number 2 option behind CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then the Panthers just won it on a walk-off field goal after Tyrone Tracy fucked up another fumble. Thanks, Tracy.
No. No.
Yeah. So Panthers win. They go to 3-7. Who would have thought they would have had 3 wins this year?
Jeez.
Sea Sharks has one. Cortland Sutton or JMO. Who do you like there?
I like Cortland Sutton slightly ahead of JMO. I have him at 31. JMO.
Yeah. 36. I think this is one of those classic ones for me of, do I need the upside? Do I need the huge play? Did I play against Jamar Chase or Lamar or whoever? I'd go JMO. If I just need a solid 10, I think I'd go Sutton. I think that's where I lean.
So who are you going for the sheet?
I think I'd go JMO just because of the better play. Also, the Texans give up a lot of passing touchdowns. So Jared Goff's over this week I like a lot. Over 1.5 touchdowns. So I'll go JMO.
Alrighty.
Tony has one for us. Half PPR, need one. Terry McLaurin, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard. He is leaning Swift. Who do you got there?
It's really close between Swift and McLaurin, so let's go with Swift if that's what he's feeling. I have both of them ahead of Pollard. Yeah,
half PPR. It's been between Pollard and Swift for me. Man, Pollard has been so damn good lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has.
I think I was looking at this because I had a Swift and Najee in one of my lineups, and I think I did go with Swift, but man, Ben's Pollard. I think I'm gonna go Pollard this one, so we have something different on the sheet.
Alrighty, add it to the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. D's nuts Tank and Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's awesome. I'm gonna go with freaking Tank. Yeah, he's a top 20 play for me. Marvin Harrison I have at 26.
Yeah, if this is Tank Dell or Tank Bigsby, I'm guessing it's Tank Dell if it's a receiver question. Yeah, I'm fine with going Tank Dell over Marvin.
If it's somehow Bigsby, you got to go with MHJ. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're wrapping up here. We got a couple more minutes. So if you guys have any final questions. We're going to take like 2 or 3 minutes. Fire them in there. We'll answer them real quick here before we get out of here. But yeah, just who do you think?
Top plays?
We'll go top wide receiver today. Who do you like?
It's got to be Justin Jefferson. I think.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning to.
Easy.
Jefferson. What about top quarterback?
Top quarterback, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I do like Jalen today too. I got a feeling on Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah,
against Tampa. Yeah,
I have him at number 4, so that's pretty close there.
Off the bye, everybody's getting healthy. I like it. So, Grayson throws one in here: Baker or Darnold. I think I go Darnold.
I go Darnold as well. Yeah, ahead of Baker.
You're getting all those Justin Jefferson stats: Hawkinson, Addison. Baker has a little bit of a tougher matchup, and his wide receivers all banged up. So yeah, give me Darnold.
Baker is holding on though. It's crazy how well he's still producing. They almost beat the Chiefs last week with nothing, just Cade Otton and Rachaad White. It's just pretty crazy.
Then running back. Who do you like today for running back?
Oh, the Mr. Reverse Ass Hurdle, Mr. Saquon Barkley.
So you think the Eagles are just going to score 1 billion points today? Huh?
I think they're going to crush the Cowboys. I think they're going to absolutely destroy them.
Oh man, I think I'm going to go back to my bet thing. I think I'm going to go James Cook. I think James Cook has a multiple touchdown day and 100+ yards.
Man, yeah, I hope so too.
I'm going to go James Cook. And this is coming from a guy who hates James Cook and owns him nowhere.
I can't believe how well he's produced. I remember when I don't know what show that Cody was doing, but he brought up a picture of James Cook and he's like, that guy is so tiny. How can he produce anything? And he's been having one of the best seasons this year at running back.
We had a thing on running backs under 198 have never had a RB1 season or something like that, and just James Cook is just smashing, man. He's just doing it. So it's kind of like if he's durable enough, he can hold up. So all right, last question here: Rodgers or Murray? Point per reception. Oh, I see what he's saying. Point per reception, Downs or Tank Dell. So 2 questions there. Rodgers or Murray, Down or Dell.
So Murray I have at 12, Rodgers at 15. So I'm going to go with Kyler there. And then Dell I already know I have at 15. Let me see where I have Josh Downs.
Yeah, Josh Downs without Michael Pittman.
Oh, actually, I have Josh Downs ahead of Tank Dell. So I'm going to go Downs and I'm going to go Murray.
I think I'm with you. I'm going to go Downs and Murray as well.
Man, is there which game are you most excited to watch? There's some pretty good ones this weekend.
Probably Steelers in Washington because I want to see how Jaden Daniels does against that Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be a really, really good one as well. That's probably going to be the one I'm most excited for as well. I really do want to see.
What do you think is the sneaky game, like game that nobody's really thinking about that you think could be really good?
I was just about to say, I think everyone's been really down on C.J. Stroud and the Texans. I really want to see them turn it around against the Lions and not just get completely pummeled by the Lions team.
I think my sneaky good game, I'm going with Buffalo and Indy. Joe fucking Flacco.
Joe Flacco. Yeah.
Gotta go with Joe Flacco.
I think that should be a decent one too as well.
Yeah, I think so. But that's going to be it for us this week, guys. Good luck to you in your matchups this week. Getting really, really close to those playoffs. So these wins are very, very important coming up here. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, T-Rock, thank you for joining me again this week, buddy. Always a fun time. If you guys missed it, I had T-Rock on the America's Game podcast this week on Thursday. So if you haven't, go back and download that one. Listen to that one with T-Rock, his first time on the podcast feed on South Harmon. So make sure you guys go check that out. It was a lot of fun doing that episode with you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I went back and listened to it again. I'm glad that I put Joe Burrow at the top of the buy list right there. Might be a little bit too late now, but
right. So appreciate you guys. We will see you next week for week 11.
All right, y'all take care.
See ya.